So the 2013 Grand National weights have been revealed here at the Savoy Hotel in London. I'm joined by trainer Evan Williams, RFA's Nick Watts, and Paddy Power's Paul Binfield. Let's start with you, Evan. Kappa Bleu you've got running this year. He ran an absolute blinder to finish 4th last year. How much do you think he'll benefit for that run?
I think they all benefit from having been there in the past. It was a decision whether he stayed or not last year. That was a big thing in the back of our minds. So the fact that he stayed on so well in the closing stages gives you a little bit more confidence.
And the weights are out. You must be happy with being £3 lower this year.
Yeah, I mean, every pound counts. And so I'm very, very happy. I can't complain. You'd like to complain, but you can't.
And how's his preparation gone? Has it been difficult with the ground being so heavy?
What's caught me out really is that I didn't want to go in heavy ground like we did in the Welsh National last year. And of course we've had nothing but heavy ground since. And the horse is desperate to run somewhere. He was in last week in Exeter, but we got washed away there. So the horse could do with a run, just really to get him back on track.
Will he be running this weekend? I see he's entered.
I'm desperate to run. Yeah, weather permitting, we're desperate to run him.
And is there anything in the race that you think is particularly well in?
Well, I think lots of horses looking at it. I've just had a quick look through there now, and I mean the horse that stands out really, I think, is Jesse's Dream. You know, it had some great form, it's got a great racing weight. But there are so many horses at the top end of the handicap that have got very, very good form in Grade 1 company that if they take to the job, you know, they could be very, very well treated.
And Nick, now the weights have been revealed, have you got a strong fancy in the race?
Yeah, all season long I fancied T for 3, Rebecca Curtis's horse. I think if there's one horse in training who you think would be suited by Aintree, I think is this horse, definitely. Watched him for the best part of 2 seasons now. I've never noticed him make a mistake over fences. I think he's got a bit of class. He won at the Cheltenham Festival last season. Ran a really good race in a strong Hennessy in November, not far beyond Bobsworth. It essentially is a Gold Cup horse, so I don't think that was a bad run at all. Absolutely fantastic run in the Welsh National last time, and off 10 stone 13. I think he's not got a bad shout at all. I think he's the one horse in the race for me who I think will absolutely relish this challenge. So I think Rebecca Curtis has got a lot to look forward to.
And what do you make of those at the top of the weight?
Well, Tidal Bay's done well when he fell at the second Beaches last year. He's going to try and do what West Tip did in the 80s and fall at Beaches first time and then next time go and win. I was very impressed with the way he was travelling last year. But obviously a lot's going to depend on what Ruby rides as to the betting and who goes off favourite. Ruby's got a few options. On his own is just one of them. He's got Prince de Beauchesne, he's got Seabass as well. So we don't know which way he's going to go yet. We won't know for quite a while. But on his own at this stage and T for 3, they've been by 2 against the field.
On his own is on his own and will win for Graham and Andrea Wiley. Again, another big putt for Willie Mullins. David Casey wins it.
And Paul, how's the market looking now the weights are out?
Well, a very strong Irish challenge, Tina. Seabass, Prince de Beauchesne, and on his own, all 14-1 co-favourites, so are very open at the moment. 16 bar. I don't like tipping favourites, but I'm very keen on the chance of Seabass. I thought he ran a great race behind Rock Critic in Ireland in a hurdle just this month. He ran a great race last year, went 3rd in the National under Katie Walsh. Brilliant effort, stays all day, and in fact Ted Walsh has got a very strong hand with Colbert Station as well. Seabass on 11 stone 2. Somebody told me that Ted Walsh isn't too happy with that, but I think it's a perfect racing weight. The last 4 or 5 winners have all had over 11 stone. It used to be that you needed under 11 stone. 25 of the previous 30 all under 11 stone. But of course I've got to go for Kappa Bleu as we've got this great man with us.
But Paddy Power have gone 6-4 on an Irish winner.
Yeah, I'm afraid so, Tina. We think Ireland will win. Obviously, with the first 3 in the market, that's why. But I think I read a quote from Evan the other day about he's missed the Welsh National this year. He doesn't want to have a slog in heavy ground at Christmas. I think that will do the world a good, and it would be great to have a Welsh winner, let alone an Irish one, Tina.
And are there any horses that you think the public might particularly latch onto that might shorten in the market?
Yeah, I mean, when we get firm decisions about Ruby Walsh, of course that one's going to go a lot shorter. Tony McCoy as well, he's got a few options. Sunny Hill Boy, of course, 2nd in the race last year. Colbert Station won the Paddy Power Chase at Leopardstown at Christmas. Very, very heavily back. They really fancied him that day. So whoever McCoy and Walsh get on will probably be and I haven't really looked at names, but you're going to get a housewife's favourite. I don't know if Kappa Blur falls into that category, but we'll just have to wait and see.
All right, thank you, Paul. And finally, Evan, there's been no Welsh trained national winner since 1905. Is this the year for Wales?
We hope so. We always live in hope. You know, there's a strong challenge. I mean, you'd have to agree with Tifa Free. His credentials look rock solid. And Beshabar, to be fair, you know, some of his form is very, very good over staying trips. And how can you rule out Peter Bowen's horse? I mean, somehow comes to life when he gets a national fence in front of him. And it'd be absolutely brilliant if one of them could be there on the number one spot somewhere.
One more question. If you could train one other horse in the national, who would it be?
I think you need a little bit of class these days. And I always like horses there that perhaps have lost their way but have been a very good horse at some stage of their life. And there is no doubt, as I said earlier, a horse like Jesse's Dream, or even one of those horses at the top of the weights, Calesprit. I mean, I know he's not a natural jumper, but sometimes a horse like that who's got very good form in the book could just get into a little bit of rhythm around there. And I mean, I could see a horse like that running a very good race if he gets a little bit of rhythm over the fences.